So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you're going to be able to connect Retell AI to GoHighLevel. Now, this is not going to require you to do any coding. This is not going to require you to know anything about automations. It's not going to require any of that. It's going to be a couple of clicks and you're going to be able to connect Retell AI to GoHighLevel. This will not take you longer than 10 minutes to create this connection. And once you dial this in, it will literally take you a minute or two to create this connection. It's actually super simple. All you have to do is get your API key from Retell and boom, you'll have a working connection with Retell AI and GoHighLevel to be able to book appointments onto the GoHighLevel calendar, basically manage your whole entire calendar, manage all of your contacts and opportunities directly through a voice call, and actually create automations within HighLevel and not have to use other automation platforms like Make.com, Zapier, or any other automation platform, because with this connection, you'll be able to keep everything within HighLevel, which makes everything super simple and easier to rebill your clients too. Now, the app we're going to be using is linked in the description. It's called Sympana Connector. This will enable you to create this connection within a couple of clicks. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Emanuel Termure. I'm the founder of Sympana LLC. We help a bunch of businesses implement voice AI into their business. We don't only help small businesses, we help a bunch of enterprise companies that are on the Inc. 5000 and a bunch of other different types of companies across many different types of industries. Now, we created Sympana Connector for basically anyone that uses GoHighLevel, a small business, an agency owner, or really anyone that would use GoHighLevel to be able to create a connection to Retell AI that would take an actual developer like me 1 or 2 days to actually fine tune if we were to build it in N8N or Make.com. And the great part is you're able to keep everything within GoHighLevel. You don't have to pay another automation platform to build this. And the other great part is 95% of the triggers are completely free with Sympana Connector. There's only 2 triggers we have to charge money for because HighLevel forces us to charge a minimum price of half a cent per trigger. So that's the only price that exists with the app. These 2 triggers basically place a call and get a call. So let's get into everything. Let me show you how you're able to create this connection. And I'll also be showing you some new features that Retell AI just came out with that will be very important when we build this automation. Okay, so let's get into it. Right now we are in our GoHighLevel test account. The first thing is we will have to come over here to App Marketplace and search up Sympana Connector. Over here, all you're going to have to do is click install to sub account, select what sub account to install this into, and then click continue. Then click allow and install. And then once it's installed, you will get this link saying thank you for installing Sympana Connector. Close this window to continue. So we'll close this. Now we have Sympana Connector installed. As you're able to see, it hasn't installed fully yet. So what we have to do is just refresh our page. And then from here, as you're able to see, Sympana Connector is installed. As you're able to see, you're able to connect Retell or Vappy. We are going to go with Retell because in my opinion, Retell AI currently right now is the best voice AI on the market. So you're going to click on Retell. Normally there is going to be a pop-up that's going to appear, but right now this pop-up hasn't appeared because this has already been installed in this account. So we'll come over here to change API key. And as you're able to see, we will just click over here, Retell AI dashboard API keys. And then this will redirect us to Retell. And then we will just add our key over here, API key, and then Sympana Connector 2. We will name this, create this, and then copy this, come back over here to GoHighLevel. And then we are going to paste our API key into here. And then we'll click update API key. As you're able to see, we created our connection and then we can add our first full connection. So what we can do is come over here, click add your first connection. This is going to load. From here, you're able to type in your connection. So we will type this Sympana outbound call. Then we will select which agent we are going to connect to. We are going to connect to the base real estate agent. We are going to use the test calendar. We will select the phone number that we're calling from, which is going to be this. And then we are going to keep all our global variables the same. You're able to deselect one of your global variables. but you're not able to deselect all of them. The ones that have the star over here, you're not able to deselect. So only a couple of them you're able to deselect. So if you don't want the AI knowing the last name of the user, you're just able to deselect that right here. We're going to keep all of this enabled, and we'll keep the email enabled. Then our functions are over here: book employment, get employment, list, and all of that. So all of these functions are completely free. They don't cost you anything to run. And as you're able to see, there are pre-built variables over here. Now you're not able to deselect them, but it helps you know and what it's collecting from Retell. You're also able to go through all of them and see what it's collecting directly over here. From here, we'll create the connection, and then our connection has been made. From here, you're going to be able to go to Retell, and we will go to our base real estate agent. So we'll go back over here, and then base real estate agent has been assigned with a number, and the function was added over here. All these functions were added. And as you're able to see, that's basically it. Now your AI agent is able to basically perform all of these. Create an appointment, cancel an appointment right over here, update an appointment, reschedule an appointment, update a contact, to do basically all of that. We're also able to update the time zone, do all of that. So basically right now the AI is able to take a call, and it's going to be enabled to basically book appointments and do all of that. All you're going to need to do is basically define what each function does in your prompt so that the AI knows what it's doing. So it's going to have to know what each function does in specific. So create an appointment, where you're going to have to type into the prompt, whenever a lead wants to book an appointment, use this function create appointment to create appointment, use their phone number to do all of that. That's basically how you'll do it. Now, I will be coming out with another YouTube video explaining in depth how you're able to fully do this, but that's basically how it is done. The next thing is you're able to come over here to automations and create your own automations. Again, I'll be showing this in a more in-depth video on how to create, but you'll be able to come over here, start from scratch, and basically you'll be able to place a call using Sympana connector, and then you're able to select your voice agent over here and then click save, and then you're able to select what triggers this call. So you're able to say a Facebook lead form submitted triggers this call, and then we will wait 3 minutes to place this call. And then as you're able to see, whenever a lead comes in from Facebook, within 3 minutes, we place a call. And that's basically how it is done. Now, I will be coming out with a tutorial on how to build in-depth automations, but as you're able to see, this requires barely any automation knowledge to build this out. And yeah, that's basically it with Sympana connector. That's how you're able to build your full connections with Retell, how you're able to connect to the Retell calendar with no code, 3 clicks to connect to the Retell calendar, and that's how you're able to use automations. Now, Retell AI has actually made some of their functions way better. If you come over here and then you click on call transfer, you are now able to use the lead's phone number to transfer the call. Now, that was always able to be done with a cold transfer, but the great part about this update is you're able to do this with a warm transfer too, and you're able to use the user's phone number. This wasn't possible before, but now it is possible, enabling you to know the customer's number right when they call and know basically what happened on the previous call with a warm transfer. So yeah, that's basically how it works. You're able to set this up so it detects for a human, and you're able to determine how long it waits for a human and all of that. So yeah, that's basically one of the cool new features of Retell AI that basically enables you to know more about your lead and have their phone number too when that call transfer does happen. And then the other cool thing with conversational flows is you're able to create a global component. If you come over here to conversational flows, go to patient screening or create your own flow, you're able to come over here and you're able to use a global node. What Retell named it is components, and you're able to basically create your own components library. This is only available with a conversational flow. You're able to create agent components or have a library of components. We're able to have multiple different types of components. We could add a conversation component, basically that collects certain information, collect the lead's phone number. and then we will save that, and then save component to library, and then we would add a call transfer that basically transfers the call to this number when the call is successful, and then we will connect these components directly over here, and then we will be able to add this to everything else. So then we can go to the main flow over here, and then we can use our component over here that we created, and we will be able to connect this directly to here, and then we will be able to use this transition, create a prompt for the transition, and then we will be able to move this to over here. So basically what this enables you to do is it enables you to create a global node that can work with all of your flows. So this just makes everything much easier when you're building your conversational flow because you're able to edit more stuff at once. It's a pretty cool feature that Retell AI did just come out with. So those are the two features that I would recommend using when you are creating your agents. If you're going to be using a conversational flow, I really recommend using this. But for beginners, when you're just getting into Retell AI and how to use Retell AI, I always recommend just going with a single prompt, learning how to write a prompt and doing all of that. That's how you're able to basically build everything out. Again, this call transfer thing is a game changer because if you're wanting to have the lead's number when the call is transferred and you're also wanting to have that warm transfer happen, it just makes everything easier to track on your end. So yeah, that's basically all of the Retell updates, and that's how you're able to connect Retell AI to GoHighLevel with no code. I will be coming out with a longer tutorial on how to create these automations, how to basically write a script to use Sympana Connector, and how to do much more with Sympana Connector. But this will enable you to basically get your feet in the water and create this first connection, which again is super, super simple. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. If you need any help implementing AI voice agents into your business, feel free to book a call at sympana.com and we can come into your business and implement a full AI system that can handle all of your lead flow, from aged leads to new leads to qualifying leads, and doing much more throughout your entire system. So if you're wanting to implement something like that into your business, feel free to go to sympana.com and book a call with us. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comment section. If you can't find Sympana Connector in the GoHighLevel marketplace, click the link down below in the description and that'll bring you to the link that will enable you to install Sympana Connector.